Welcome back, everyone, to Poppin' Often with Lofton. Today, we're going to be playing Elysis. We're going to be looking at Swordmaster. We're going to be taking a look at how to play her and some of those strengths and some of those weaknesses that we were pretty much talking about in the Spearman video. These are the results of the poll, so this is what we are going to be doing. I put the poll out and you guys voted for it, so this is how we're going to have the content. So we're going to finish up every single character, and then we're going to move on to the next character. So every character and all their jobs, and then we're going to move on to the next character. The way that I plan to do the content is going to be a guide video, a regular Grand Chase video of whatever. Guide video, a regular of whatever. That way, you know, there's not a whole gap of content that you may not like, right? What if you don't play Elysis? I also plan to toss in little gameplays of other games with no premiere at all. So it's just going to be like, boop, you guys can watch it. And of course, if you guys want to help support me and the content that I make, if you guys actually enjoy it and want me to keep making that content, scroll down to that Patreon. Not only do you get some extra goodies, early access to my content, and of course, once again, help support the channel. Also, thank you to the new Patreons that joined the club. I didn't say it last time, even though you were in the credits, and I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I think I'm gonna introduce every single new Patreon. So Kitten, thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a Patreon, it means a lot to me. And Lewis, or Luis. You know, sometimes people say it both ways. Thank you, I appreciate it too. You don't have a Discord name attached, so I can't give you that, so I'm going off of what your Patreon name says. But thank you, I appreciate it. You know who you are if you're watching the content. All right, so Swordmaster's strength is in the ability to hit from pretty much anywhere. She has a very big hitbox, which is okay because her movement is very slow. If you see I attack and I miss and I stop, you see how long it takes for me to put the sword back. Same thing when I jump attack, I'm stuck. So this job paired with stepping is very good. It's very hard to play this job without stepping. If you don't know how to step, it's okay, but you're gonna have to be a little bit more cautious about how you play. Why do I say that? Because she's very slow, as I said before. There's not really much you can get away with doing, and you're just not gonna be left open after you do an attack. So you wanna make sure that you're playing very cautiously and not just willy-nilly flinging stuff around. You have to play a little bit more methodically. So back to the point of just having a big hitbox on everything. That means no matter what you do, it should hit. See? I'm hitting even though I am attacking from the opposite angle. So that means that no matter if you are stuck, you can kind of get away with just smacking people. So you have to make sure that even if you are in a crappy spot, know your hitbox, because even if you are in a spot like this, you see I'm still hitting her. There's a couple of other moves here that you see on this list, one of them being the up Z, one of those big hitbox abilities. I prefer to use that one over the regular jump attack. But if you're getting used to the class, the regular jump attack is fine. Why do I say not to use the regular jump attack that much though? Is because, as I said, you're very open when you do this. But if you do this one, everybody's gonna get hit, no matter what. So even if you're up here, you know, this regular attack will do. As I said, her hitbox is ginormous, but also that will do. I would definitely recommend that you get used to the up Z. There, you can use both of them. There are different reasons to use both. This one extends further, right, than this one. So you want to time, like, do I need reach or do I need actual hitbox? The other one she has is the jump down Z, which knocks people up. So just like that. You can go for a grab right after if you would like, but personally, I don't use this one that often because it leaves you open and it's a very small hitbox. So as an example, if I do it this way, you see it doesn't really hit. It's a very small hitbox. So I wouldn't recommend using that one on repeat. You know, use it if you're really sure it's gonna hit, because it does leave you open to like full combo, but as you see, the hitbox is just very small. It doesn't really hit that often. She also comes with an evade. It's not that great. Some people think it's really good. Like the invincibility frame is not that great, and it's not that good. I wouldn't recommend to spam it. It's not one of those type of dodges. It's one of those methodical dodges. It's one of those dodges where you have to be smart. You have to know what you're doing. You don't just fling it willy-nilly and expect to not get hurt. That's the main focus of this job, is you really have to think about what you're doing before you do it, because you will be open. But she's very rewarding if you know how to play it properly. It's not an entry-level class though. I also want to point out her grabs. Her grabs are very hard to hit. It's kind of on the same spectrum of Spearman when we were talking about that. It's very hard to hit those grabs. You have to like really be on that target to hit them, or else you're just gonna do that. Especially if they're moving. You're gonna notice it's extremely hard to grab. So that's not your primary way to actually do damage. Once again, this is why it's very good paired with stepping, because usually when you step, getting a grab is a lot easier and it's a lot more fluent than trying to do it the regular way. But it's okay, you know, as a player, you might not have the strength to do any of that. But play to your strengths. If I'm not good at grabbing, I gotta make sure I set up my grabs first. As I said, Swordmaster's strength is just hitboxes. Her hitboxes is massive, so you want to abuse that. You want to use that you can hit everybody from a lot further than you think if you just go into practice tool, go to some maps, and test it out. Like, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. Now let's just kind of talk about the combos here. So we have the regular combo, right? That's the one that finishes. We also have the combo where we pick them up and we can go for a grab. We also have like I said, the evade combo. So the thing about the evade, it turns her around, but you'll still face the same way you started. So if I'm facing to the right and I start the combo and I go for the evade, I'm still facing right. If I'm facing left and I start the combo, I'm still facing left. So this means you cannot do this and face the other way like she's doing. You're going to miss. So let me just do it. So you can't do this. You're gonna miss. And no matter how you do it, she will always face that way. I've tried over and over again. There's no way to really force her to turn around without her finishing her combo first. And if she finishes her combo, she's going to knock them down. So there's no real way to get around that I know of. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know. But there's just, I've tried everything. There's just no way to get around the fact that she will just always face that direction. Even if you do it backwards like this, right? It doesn't even matter. You're still facing the wrong way. Whenever you evade, you're always going to be facing the opposite way. You can use it to get closer like that, but there's just no way you're going to be able to face them if you're actually attacking them from that way. Like I just can't. It's just not happening, no matter how you put it. There's one more thing about the combos that I want to explain to you. And KOG did not put this in. And honestly, KOG, I hope you're watching, because if you are watching, you could probably fix this. Not only could you have it so that it's in the keystrokes, but you can also fix it so it doesn't do this. But it's actually a way that you can stun lock somebody, unless they counter out of it. So what you want to do is you want to attack, and you see that's 1, 2. Wait, 1. I can't even click. 1, 2, right? 1, 2. Now look at this. So like, look, after you're done with that 1, 2, you go into that and you can go into a spin. The thing here is that you have to finish your 1, 2 attack and go into that spin. But where does the lock come into place? If you don't wait long enough, she's gonna like toss the person up. But if you wait a little bit long, like right before she hits that, you actually can just continue to lock the person up. So like I said, I think that might not be something that they realized. Maybe it is and they just kept it in there. But yeah, I think it needs to be fixed, because you can destroy somebody if you can catch them in that. Honestly though, the fact that you can just counter out of it because it doesn't do that much damage anyway, it's not really that bad. But I do think it should be in the tooltips, because it doesn't tell you like that's how you perform the attack at all. But yeah, if you can manage to do it, you can lock them. You can even do it better if you wait for the last second for that 98 to hit. You can actually get it to block a little bit easier. So I'll try that one. You see? Ah, right there. If you could get that 98, you can like really lock them up. So I hope that helped you guys on that. Practice that, get them in it, and do your jams, Now results may vary if they're delay, if you're lagging and stuff like that. There's a lot to being able to get out of little combos like that. I've seen a lot of people get out of combos where they shouldn't have, and I've seen a lot of people were stuck in combos. So it really depends on the delay and stuff with the server, and your connection to the servers, but that is definitely something worth practicing. You can easily set it up, because once again, just like Spearman, her combos do not knock you down. Right? The only way you get knocked down in those combos is if she finishes that move right there. You'll get knocked down. So, if you can practice your hitbox, and then you can practice that little lock right there, you can definitely go ahead and pop off. Okay, so let's talk about her abilities. So her first ability, it gets set up for a grab in certain situations. It's up to you as the Swordmaster to know which spots of the map you'll actually be able to get a grab out of and what grabs you can get. The worst thing you can do is this, and then do that and leave yourself open. Or even worse, you do this, and then do that and leave yourself open. You're gonna have to recognize when you can get a grab and when you can't, because it is very difficult unless it's in some good spots. Now, in the old Grand Chase days, it would actually allow you to cause that camera thing to happen again, but they changed it. You see? It doesn't work. Now she just swings. it should zoom in again and let you smack again. Zoom in again, let you smack again. But it doesn't do that anymore. That's gone. So being able to like combo them that well is just not there. It would actually allow you to smack them higher and then you can go for a grab. I don't know if that was intentionally taken away or just the way that they're doing the game, but that was a thing. Now, of course, we have the Blade Beam. Once again, just similar to our regular class. And then we have her third bar. You can go for a grab after this if you want to. I think I have a video where I actually do go for a grab with that. But once again, you don't want to find yourself in a really bad situation where you miss. Remember, the main thing about her is you have to pay attention to how you're playing the game. You can't just willy-nilly do everything. You want to pay attention to your hitboxes and you want to use them to the best of your advantage. Because if you can get someone into a combo, even if it's like that, that's still good enough. Even if it's like this, it's good enough. You know? It's still fine. It's still fine. And then just dash out of it. Right after. And then get away from him. It's still fine. One more thing before we go here. The jump attack hitbox, you can't actually hit somebody with it if you're in this spot. See what I mean? So when you're going for jump attacks, make sure you're not, make sure you're not in that spot. The way to get around that is just be a little bit further away, like this, and then you can hit them. So it's really just spacing. So she is very jump attack heavy. Spearman is kind of as well. It's kind of the same thing as you want to jump attack into a combo, but Swordmaster is just play a different way. If you can, I'm telling you, she's nasty too. She's nasty too. Elysis has some really good jobs, but if you get that lockdown right there, if you can get that lockdown, ooh, baby mama drama. I'm trying to tell you. You can do it before the third strike, it's fine, but you're risking them being able to get out. If you want to do it perfectly, it has to be after that first tap on that third hit. So that one. And then you can go ahead and continue. But once again, timing is important, and they can actually kind of counter out of it, obviously. So I hope this helps you guys. Once again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you guys want to help support the channel, as I always say, scroll down to that Patreon link below. I really appreciate the support. Thank you, Ines, Kitten, Luis. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate it. Without you guys, I wouldn't even be able to make the content. So all my Patreons, thank you so much. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you for what? Popping often with Lofton.